Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
One Ounce, episode 23. It is the ball boys that are the cheaters, the wire-tapped accomplices.
And it's over. It's over. They've got them by the balls.
Yeah, that's right.
And now the owner is going to make his play.
Right.
He's got some traps laid ahead for Toua here. If he's working with the Blue Mars team, then they can use the wiretaps to then be something that's more than just something that could lead to, Toua talking about something that he's not supposed to, like with the contract. Or maybe it's something where it's the team is going to do something really dirty in between this game and theoretically another game that they've still got.
Sure. I'm still waiting for the owner has someone break Toua's right arm with a pipe or something like that, and then it's all right, now go pitch,
Yeah, that's very, very, very possible, yeah. We are in a situation right now, though, where since Toua's coming up to or crescendoing at a big high here, the next Valier conflict is going to be something completely different from sign stealing, I would say.
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
Is this going to introduce a new puzzle? Is this going to introduce a new game? We shall see.
We will.
So yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
フォアボールのランナーを置いてバッターボックスは近藤。近藤は早くもバントの構え。
よしよし、ここは手堅く送るぞ。
送りバントか。ピッチャー第9投げた。
Pull it back. And boom.
Yeah.
近藤打った。またしてもバスターエンドラン。なんだ。
I think we have bad info.
こんな連中に俺の作り上げたシステムを潰されてたまるか。このシステムは
Oh
俺の
no.
野球人生の
Your backstory?
子供の頃から俺と兄は共に野球選手を目指し兄弟でバッテリーを組んでいた。
Okay.
Alright, which one of you is injured?
プロを通して常に天才ピッチャーとして称賛を浴びる兄勝郎の陰で俺は大した成績も残せず現役を引退。そんな俺がやっと掴んだチャンス。それがこのトリックスタジアムなんだ。それは
Getting introduced to a new character now.
マーズスタジアムのホームチームブルーマーズが圧倒的に有利になるよう球場内にあらゆる仕掛けを施す。
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
god.
だった俺の才能を評価しこの危険な企ての指揮を任せてくれたオーナーに
Gotcha.
Right, it's also probably a security thing. You can't just tell anybody and have them
Right.
be involved in this.
手段を選ばない大胆な計画は進められた。マーズスタジアムには相手チームのミーティングルームやロッカー内にこうして新生ブルーマーズは万年 B クラスから脱出。2年連続2位と大躍進。
Some of your games.
それに対し兄の率いるバガブーズは事前予想に
Oh, no way.
Okay.
The Boogaboos were coached by his brother?
Okay.
Oh, cool.
リカオンズ1点追加。これで7対5。その差2点。よっし
ゃー。Alright.
なぜだ。なぜ連中ことごとく監督の指示を無視したような行動を。
また俺のサイン無視かよ。せめてあと2点取るまで奴らが気づかなきゃいいが。
大丈夫っすよ。全然その気配ないじゃないですか。
Yeah.
冴島コーチ、サイン出すとき特地と重なってスライドサインが見えにくいんで、さっきベンチのサインは特地のサインに従ってスライドさせるってメモが。
やべえ、井出口、あいつを止めろ。
Oh shit.
あのね、さっきの君のバッティングフォーム、小島さんがアドバイスしてくれるからこっち来たまえ。
Yeah, but they definitely heard that.
Yeah.
その後リカオンズは2者続けて内野ゴロ。そして
ストライク、バッターアウト。
見送り三振。
Well, that was
後続を
quick.
抑えられこの回1点止まり。
そうがっかりすることもない。2点差まで詰めれば上出来さ。
その裏
Okay.
ブルーマーズはランナーを出したもののワンポイントリ
Ow, ow, ow.
後続を打ち取られ無得点。7
Alright, ninth inning.
Okay.
Here it is.
Minimum 2 runs.
ブルーマ
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, their closer coming in.
ブルーマーズのマウンドにはこの男
Why does he remind me of the
守護神ウィリアムス
owner?
が満を持しての登場です
Because he has blonde hair.
Is he the owner's son, maybe?
待ってたぜ
Whoa,
イン
he's
チキナックル
fast.
ボーラーここからが本当のゲームだ
やっぱり出てきたよ
Did he come in with a new ball, maybe?
心配すんなって
Maybe this is the plan: is
あいつのナックルはインチキだ
if
って
they out
特地が証明し
balls and that they're cheating, but then the score would be irrelevant.
でそのインチキボールだけど
キャッチャーすら6スポ取れないボールだ前に飛ばすことすら無理だろうな
なあ
打たなきゃいいだろう偽ナックルは捨てて他のボールを打つ奴は偽ナックル以外は全部
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
ここで代打小島何考えてんだよ
あのな偽ナックルを捨てるってそう簡単にはいかねえんだよ
じゃあシンカーも捨ててストレート一本で勝負すればいいんじゃね
奴のシンカーは絶妙のコントロールでストライクゾーンに入る
ウィリアムス第1球投げた
ストライクボール
Now the catcher isn't
3球続けてな
3 times in a row.
It doesn't matter. Catcher doesn't need to do anything to catch it.
なんだ小島さんストレート狙いかミスター小島日本を代表するナイスバッターと聞いていたが大したことないな
さあバッター小島カウントはワンツーウィリアムス次は何で攻めるか
ここはシンカーで確実にカウントを取ろう
ウィリアムス第4球投げたハートは出しても緩い球
ナックルかいやシンカ
Oh, shit!
Out of the park.
Oh, easy home run! Easy home run!
これで流れは変わるか
Yeah, something about the way his form is throwing the sinker is different than the knuckleball.
貴重な超特大や
Nice.
So maybe they were baiting out the sinkers specifically.
Well, yeah, but they know a way to distinguish them.
最初からシンカー一本
Yeah,
狙いだった
yeah.
だけどシンカー待ちでどうやってナックルをあんな自信満々に見送れるんだ
ところが簡単に区別がつくんだな
えマジなんでだ投げる瞬間に癖が出るとか
いいや
Here's the better one to do when there's
細
2
工したボ
strikes.
ールを使うつまりあのバッテリーはグラウンド内で普通のボールと細工したボールを隠し持っているってことだ
プロテクターでかいミット隠し場所はいっぱいあるからな
そうキャッチャーの沢村
That's why he's making a habit of dropping the
ナ
balls
ックルを投げさせるとき
so that he can always be
普通の
picking
ボー
up
ル
a
とこ
ball.
っそりすり替えてウィリアムスに細工したボールが渡った時点で次の球はナックルしかないってことだ
なるほど待てよでもウィリアムスが今細工したボールを持っているかどうかなんて
キャッチャーだ
Yep.
キャッチャーがボールを返す時を見ればわかる細工したボールは誰が投げたか
So you'll
揺
see
れる
its
んだ
path back to the pitcher.
揺れるのを防ぐためにはボールの中心と
Which is
重心を結ぶ
impossible.
線がまっすぐなるように投げなきゃならない
沢村のやつ不自然なくらい握り合わせに屈伸してる
Cool.
誰にでも
Okay.
見破れる
Not so loudly, maybe.
Hey, don't worry. They basically said that there's nothing that can be heard.
行ってきます
ウィリアムスのシンカーがナックル打ち返す秘策とかあるの
まあどうにかファールくらいにはできるさ心配するなって
He's gonna get walked, basically.
Yeah.
He's gonna
He's gonna
foul
force a dead
anything.
ball or something. And just get a pinch runner in or something.
さあ1点差まで追いついた最終回この場面でリカオンズは代打を出さず
何を考えているんだお前らのボスは
簡単じゃねえかお前程度のピッチャー攻略するのにわざわざ代打を出す必要ねえってことだよ
Poking at that ego.
Yeah.
Is he just doing fastballs Down the middle?
I think so.
次で終わらせてやる。
ウィリアムス第3球投げた
Oh, sinker. Yep.
おっと徳地かろうじてファールで逃れました
Wait, he's gonna run out of balls. If he's fouling them. Holy shit!
ファールして粘ったってここでナックル投げられたら終わりじゃねえか。あれバットにかすりもしないんだぜ。
And this way he can foul
どう
infinitely.
も徳地はそのナックルを待ってるみたいだ。あいつのバッティング明らかにわざ
俺もそう思う。あいつウィリアムスのナックルの弱点を作って
弱点。
揺れることが最大の弱点だって。
Yeah, it makes it obvious.
よし、今度できっちり終わらしてやる。
ウィリアムス第5球投げた
It's a wild
コ
ball.
ースバッチリ。
No,
見
it's
逃したら
not.
三振じゃん。当たってくれ。ああ、やっぱり予想通りかよ。
いやこれが徳地の狙いだ。
Oh, he is going for that rule!
What?
Because the catcher didn't catch it on the third strike! It does matter! He can't throw
He
it!
needs to adjust it.
Yep!
おっと
Holy
投
shit!
げられない
Nice.
That is brilliant! That is some next level!
そうですよね間に合ってましたよね石本さん
Yeah.
それに今の特集最初から振り逃げ狙っとったみたいやな。
Uh-huh.
キャッチャーがボールを弾くの確認もせんと走り寄った。
Stuff to a
悪い悪いウ
steal.
ィリアムス、攻め方を変えよう。ナックルは見せ球にして、ウイニングショットはストレートだ。
そう言ってキャッチャー沢村はナックル用のボールをウィリアムスに渡す。それをこの男は見逃さない。
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
さあですね相変わらずよくわからない三原サイド
どっち走った。何？
Yep. I love it. No, because he'd need to adjust his grip first. Because he's getting ready to throw. Yeah, the big knuckleball.
特地悠々セーフ。
Oh my gosh.
Wow. He's flexing on them so hard.
しかも先ほどの沢村に続きウィリアムスもセカンドに操縦できませんでしたいやあまりにも予想外の盗塁で動揺し
By the time they do
は
that.
打ち手を選ぶってことは知ってるか。
What?
威力のある鉄砲はその分扱いも難しくだから未熟者が使うと打ち手の方が
Yes, okay, that makes sense.
お前のナックルはそりゃ威力満点の機関銃かもしれねえけど
I love this metaphor.
Oh
使
my
ってる
god.
人間がよっぽどヘボいのか暴発しっぱなしだな
You're like a clumsy child using a machine gun.
Right.
Yes. It's a JoJo's metaphor right
敵
there.
の
Yeah.
王様を逆手に取った奇策。
This is
勝負師
this is
特地と
wonderful.
ペテンシオを
That's
ホーリー
that's really fun.
Okay,
Okay,
Toa,
this-
you're a genius.
Yeah, this and as far as like entertainment value of the ways in which they are like combating each other, this is excellent.
We're back to
I love
peak
it so much.
one-outs again.
Yeah, this is peak one outs.
Yeah,
Like,
we've had a lull in the one outs for a bit, and now we're back up.
now
again.
we're back. And
Oh my god!
like because it's not just about beating the other team. We know that they're going to beat the other team. It's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
beating them with style.
Oh my god!
And as far as stylish ways for Toua to take a fat
to use
steamy
something that was
dump.
already established too.
Mhm.
I think
Yep.
the most important thing about this is they did not introduce something new other than for the people that didn't know baseball, the ruling of catching the ball for the catcher
Right.
on the third strike, specifically on someone that's going to first but didn't have someone on first or wasn't on their second or third out. So
And I thought for sure that
Oh
like
my
when you
gosh.
said that I was like, "Oh, that's good to know." But I was really surprised that they didn't like explain the rule after like, "Wait, you can do that?" "Oh yeah, that's totally a thing you can do." You know, or something like
Right,
that.
right.
Or I didn't expect Toua to use that rule, you know.
Yeah, it was very efficient in the way they delivered it this episode. It feels like they're very aware that the end of the anime is coming up, you know, because this is an older anime and there's not been a season 2, and
Right.
it very clearly doesn't seem to be headed towards a series finale at this point. Like they're still on this game, which means they're probably going to end this game the next episode, and the episode after that is the finale. So
Yep.
what, do you just have like some kind of we're gonna be headed towards the pennant, and then go read the manga, you know?
Right.
So, all right, awesome.
Cool.
I loved the idea of them taking the balls being switched, which totally makes sense for the ways in which they were able to have the knuckleball be something that they would do in multiple innings and in multiple games, but not have the balls ever be inspected because the catcher is a ball smuggler.
Right.
Filthy, filthy ball smuggler.
Yep. And the idea that they would be able to sneak the balls around and stuff, okay, cool. But the idea that because it's something that is not actually about the pitch, but it's about the ball being tampered with, then anyone else who handles those balls has to be very careful with how they do it.
Yep.
And so then as a result of that, you get tricky situations like this where it's just
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
You're kind of screwed.
Yep. Because you can't catch the ball directly, or you have to change your grip before you throw and things like that. And then with something like stealing, which was previously established in an earlier arc, how much that can be based on like the tenths of a second and things like that. Oh shit. Okay, no, it's too late. Like,
yeah, I loved that he still like kind of adjusted his grip in time, but he didn't like want to risk to throw it. And I think the reason why is not because of the way in which it would be tricky, but because he would have to throw it to a person that would then have to do the same thing.
Exactly.
And they throw it back to the pitcher. There's more ways in which it can be exposed, and they're probably thinking, okay, we haven't lost yet.
Right.
We don't need to get desperate.
And in the grand scheme of things, it is a much worse problem to have the cheating be outed than to lose a game.
Well, yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Because especially given the fact that apparently the cheating does go into putting like stuff in different parts of the stadium and things like that.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the owner, the person, not the coach or what have you.
Like
the whole thing is corrupt.
Yeah, like I understand the idea of like, okay, you have a really good system of cheating with the players and stuff. Cool.
Yep.
But like the amount of money that's invested into this stadium, okay, you've got some eccentric guy who's willing to do that. Cool. Yeah. Right? But like that's a huge risk that's on the line.
Huge risk.
So it does, from their perspective, it's like, nope, does not matter if they beat them in this game. They can figure out later, right, how to try and make it so that this doesn't happen again.
Billions of yen. Like,
right. Improvisation is the enemy of what they're doing right now. They need to have everything have like a dozen different plans that they've preset up.
Preset for this kind
and
of
then
thing.
And then it's just they just do the different things.
Right. Like, oh shit, the strat that we've never thought we'd have to run, we actually are gonna have to run now.
Right. Like they aren't really playing baseball here, so they can't afford to just come up with some new temporary solution, you know.
The fouling strat is so good, but I thought it was going even deeper than that because they brought up the idea of how a foul ball isn't one that's necessarily able or allowed to be fed back to the catcher because it was fouled, basically. So, one, a foul ball can be sent into the stands.
Sure.
So it's just not going back to home plate no matter what. Two, it can be sent down the foul line and then a ball boy can go and pick it up. That's why ball boys are there. Those ones won't necessarily go back to home plate because you have to throw them to the umpire first. And then the umpire is going to handle the ball. And umpires have handled baseballs for a long time. If they feel anything slightly off, the jig is up, it's over, they're screwed.
Sure.
So I thought he was trying to drain the catcher of his ammo of unaltered balls so that then they would have to only use altered balls. But that might still come up later in that he was maybe telling some of the other players, try to foul as many balls as possible. You know, you're going to help us out in the long run. But I don't think he can theoretically do that.
It's something where they don't necessarily have a way to make sure that they would actually
run out
because that's playing on their turf then. They have set up a very good system for the catcher to be able to have all the balls that he needs of whatever kind he needs and to be able to do that whole thing. So don't mess with them there, right? But
where is he keeping them other than like some of the places in his padding? Because like
I'm guessing it's something where it's like he has like a few and then he's constantly changing them out, and it's just that he has that just little rotation. That little rotation in the backlog so that way he never truly runs out.
But okay, so here's the problem with that. If he has some of them in his mitt, his glove, that makes sense why he's not catching any of the balls, right?
Right.
But he does catch some of them. Like he catches like basic, like
and
other
it would be
stuff.
pretty obvious to people when he's catching them like, you know, anybody who's taking pictures of the game or whatever, they'd be able to see like, wait, are there a couple extra balls?
Yeah, why does he have extra balls? Yeah,
you know,
that's literally like not allowed. So the umpire has this little baggie that hangs on like his belt, and it's like sitting like a pouch on his butt, basically, like hanging back there, and that's where all the extra balls are. There are no extra balls that are supposed to be on the field at any given time when you play baseball.
Gotcha.
That's it. That's why the umpire handles the ball first and then gives it back to the catcher after determining, oh, it's good, it's clean, it's not like wet or nasty. Like, I think even some umpires will have like towels to dry balls if it's like a wet day or what have you, to hand it back to the player to be like, hey, you know, here you go. It's not going to be a messy ball or a dirty ball or something like that. It's the whole thing. If you've seen umpires go to home plate and they'll take a brush and they'll wipe off the plate to make sure everyone can see it, because people will slide and just cascade dirt over it and stuff.
Totally, yeah.
It's the same thing but with the balls, basically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
One of the other things that I thought was kind of cool here is in the situation of if you have Toua going up to bat, him fouling the fake knuckleballs is something that I feel like doesn't break my immersion of Toua's capabilities as a batter, because he's supposed to be terrible at batting, right? Because he
wasn't throwing fake knuckles, though. None of those were fake knuckles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they weren't fake knuckles.
That's why he could actually foul them.
So that, in addition, but like the idea of fouling a ball, right? That theoretically wouldn't be too hard because most of the time people aren't trying to foul the balls because that still counts as a strike, you know, but not for the, like, you can't get struck out on them. But like hitting a ball at all, that's loads easier than getting a good hit with the ball that isn't going to be an immediate caught out or, you know, or something like that.
Right.
So that's something where it's like, yes, I like that Toua is using even it's not changing the fact that Toua is bad at batting, right? But he doesn't need to be good at batting to do this trick. So
yeah,
cool.
he kind of does need to be a little bit, though, because fouling is very easy to just send it straight up in the air and then you're out, basically.
Oh,
because
gotcha.
Every pro baseball player can just be like, oh, cool, easy catch, you're out. So he needs to foul it backwards behind him and up every single time, basically. He can't foul it down because there's a very real possibility that it's something where he just sends it actually forward.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, that's a fair point. And some of them were going forward, but it was just off, you know, outside the lines.
One was a very close almost hit because I think he sent it down the first baseline or something like that on the foul.
And maybe this is an example of where, like, a lot of the times in anime in particular, when you have someone who's super smart, nothing ever really goes wrong with their plans, even though what they're really doing is they're not saying it's a 100% kind of situation, but it's that I'm playing a rigged game where I can manipulate the odds to where I think I can 75% of the time make sure that I'm hitting a foul that isn't going to make me out.
And we're telling a story here.
Yeah, exactly.
Things work out to make things move along faster.
Right, exactly. It's more dramatic if it's happening in the final inning with all the stakes on the line rather than Toua trying this like one time that doesn't end up working entirely and then he gets it right the next time, you know.
Yeah. So. But I really loved the genius simplicity of Toua's plan here.
Yep.
I understood it perfectly. I even thought there was more to it, and that's not necessarily the case. It could be even simpler. So
also, the complication of one of the other players ends up saying something that's the kind of that's another example of something going wrong, right? Where it's and it's nice for us, the audience, because then the rest of the game is actually interesting as opposed to being kind of like a snooze fest that we were thinking like, wait, wouldn't it be? Because they figured out how to, you know, bypass their cheating and whatnot. No. Okay, here's another complication. This is a way that we can show how Toua is not just like going to be able to figure out their cheating, but the way that he plays the game is more impressive because he has to improvise. He has to come up with these things on the fly, right? Rather than being like, okay, we're gonna, you know, sit for 3 months and figure out something that should work perfectly.
Right. Yeah. I really, really love this episode. And given that we're coming up closer and closer to the finale and the owner still hasn't made a play yet.
Yeah.
I'm now genuinely nervous because I think the tension is being allowed to build for so long in a way that's almost hurting the pacing of the main story.
Sure.
That I'm like, wait, are they going to end this on a cliffhanger?
Yeah,
is that the thing?
Right.
Is why they ended at episode 25? is that the owner does something and it's really bad, and then it's like, now go read the manga.
Yeah, like,
and it's like holy shit.
Something so ridiculous and out there, like if, for instance, if he somehow broke Toa's right arm, with some goon that he hired or whatever,
sure,
and it's now you'll have to play another set against another set of games against the Mariners or something,
sure.
Like then it's like, how is he gonna get out of this,
Right.
Yeah.
I very much like this episode, and I've been vocal in previous episodes that I've been not liking a couple of the episodes and the way things are going. So this is a very good direction for things to go in.
Yes.
And having our goober kind of other players of the Lycaons kind of giving their commentary wasn't too immersion breaking.
Right. It made sense, a lot of the comments that they were giving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved the way in which the catcher on our team is kind of being used, Itaguchi, is being used to kind of figure out a lot of the things that we as the audience are meant to figure out as well. And this one here being one where I also felt like I was easily able to figure out relatively quickly of, oh shit, yeah, the catcher, that totally makes sense. Oh shit, wait, them dropping it. Oh, and then you figured out the base stealing, and then it's like, oh my God, everything's just clicking.
Right.
It's all the world building. It's all set up. We're ready. Let's go.
Something else that's great about the base stealing.
Yeah.
So, what's the point of having someone who wins in spectacular fashion if they can't have that little bit of basically gloating, snarky, like chewing the scenery
in an
as
area
they're
where
winning.
they're not competent?
Well, right, but also in a way that isn't immersion breaking, because any good gambler will know that when you have a winning hand, you take your chips and you take the win. You don't try and complicate it too much, right?
Right.
So,
yeah,
and Toa's not the kind of cocky person entirely.
All the way, yeah.
All the way, where he would do something like that.
Right.
But with something like base stealing, he legitimately has to do it step by step. So as he does the thing to get the first base, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
Goes to take the second base. Like, it's laying it on thick, but it's not a flaw. It's like that's part of the process. There's 4 steps to this, and we'll have to see what happens when he goes to run home. But that'll be interesting.
And the terrifying thing for this pitcher is now he's staring down probably the barrels of 3 different machine guns here.
Yeah.
One is the fact that he's holding something that can end their franchise.
Yes. Right.
2, Toua behind him taunting him. 3, the scoreboard being like, are you going to lose a game that you guys very clearly are set to win?
And on top of that, the fake knuckleballs has been the ways that he's been able to beat them on the pitcher's mound.
Right.
But given that Toua is this threat for whenever he uses that fake knuckleball, maybe he can't do that, and then it's the, oh shit, I haven't really practiced on regular pitching as much.
Well, yeah, that's the thing Toua said. He said his other throws are garbage.
Right.
He's he throws a fastball. It's not even that good. He throws a sinker. Kojima hit an immediate home run off of it because Kojima's like, oh, you had a ball that arced this way, which means the perfect way to hit it straight is to hit it directly up at an angle like this that
where
I can
it'll get
send
the most distance
out of bounds.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful. It's actually funny.
Thank you. Yeah.
I remember being told actually back in baseball days that a sinker is one of the most dangerous balls to throw at the wrong time. Because you can set someone up immediately for a home run.
Oh, yeah, when they were saying that, and they're like, a sinker, and throw it on the outside edge, so that, whatever. I'm like, that's textbook. Right, so they'll foul it. I'm like, and if they don't, it's a home run, right? And this is the slugger of the team,
Right, yeah. Being shifted up here to pinch out of order. Actually, that's an interesting point. Was Kojima
Kojima was a pinch hitter, yeah.
No. Is he the designated hitter? I think he is, because I don't know if legally if he was in the batting lineup, if he could be shifted up to a different part of the lineup.
Gotcha.
Unless he was the designated. I think he's the designated hitter.
What does designated hitter mean?
So I don't know the Japanese rules, but basically you can have one person that doesn't play on field that still is in the batting lineup.
Ah, gotcha.
And
okay.
They're there because they're an amazing hitter.
Gotcha.
But they're not on the field because they're not necessarily needed on the field, or they're not. It's not that they're necessarily not good, but it's that
if they have this position, then they can be a pinch hitter for other people.
Yeah, maybe. But the other thing, and this is where I think it's kind of weird, is that usually if you have a designated hitter, your pitcher doesn't bat. in the U.S. at least. So I believe, I'm not sure if this is still the rules, but in the National League and the American League, those are the two leagues basically, and they intermingle and stuff like that because it's all the MLB. I think in the National League, pitchers pitch. Pitchers hit, I think.
Yes, pitchers do
pitchers
pitch.
hit, I believe.
Okay.
And in the American League, they have designated hitters. I'm not sure about that. That sounds stupid.
Okay.
Like I don't remember my baseball rules and stuff like that. But I don't think I've ever seen a team with a designated hitter and the pitcher hit, which
well, and granted, they did comment on like, why is Toua actually, hitting?
Right, but that might be because, if he's not...
He just hit a home run. He can't like then go and pinch
if
for
Kojima is pinch hitting, he's not the designated hitter anymore.
Oh.
Then we need a spot for where he would have hit, and that's Toua pinch hitting for him, if that makes sense.
Not entirely sure I follow,
anyway,
but I'm very out of the
It's
loop
weird.
with
It doesn't
rules.
matter. The point is this is where we're at.
Yeah.
And they're 1 point away, and Toua is
probably
theoretically going to tie it up.
Right.
Because if he steals from third to home, the tricky thing is that while the catcher can just pick up the ball and tag him out, all it would take is for the catcher to drop the ball, and when Toua goes to slide in home, he intentionally hits the catcher, making him spill out multiple balls.
Oh.
And then it doesn't matter whether Toua gets out or not.
Sure.
Then it's the thing of like, whoa, wait a minute.
Hold on, what's going on? Yeah.
Why do you have 4 balls here?
Right.
And the catcher's like,
Yeah, that. Yeah, I feel like that has to be some kind of like difference with like Japanese baseball like rules or something like that, because that feels like something that would be so easy to get outed for.
No, that's the thing. I think they've been doing this for so long. He knows how to get away with it. And catchers have so much armor and stuff that they can cover it with. I no doubt they built his stuff specifically to hide balls.
Sure, that too.
But it's just the idea that if Toua has figured out where it is on the catcher thus far, he could maybe like try and like slide a hand one out of his thing, and then it's like, oh, umpire, why are there 2 balls on the field?
I'll help you pick these up. Wait a minute, this feels a bit weird,
Yeah, umpire, did you feel this? This is a little
right.
Well,
also, if Toua ends up sliding home and getting the final run and all that stuff, cool, awesome. They tied
tying
the
it up.
Yeah, right.
The final run.
But tying it up. Then the other team, right, maybe they figure things out and they can make it so that it's not as easy for the Lycaons to score runs in the ways that they have been. Cool. That just means that there's more time where the game's tied and Toua keeps getting more outs on the owner. Like,
It's true.
It's just,
and that's where the owner
another 14-inning game.
And that's probably where the owner will be like, okay, I have to do my thing now.
Right. Yeah.
All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see it there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.